Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up? How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? Oh, you getting it? Somebody's getting it for you? What's good, people? Woo, what's good, people? Today, but lovely week called Saturday. Anyway, that being said, what's good, people? I've had an Uber a couple of days and stuff like that. Trying to get myself back together as far as, a lot of Uber things, as the world we live in and stuff like that. And a lot of girls like me are in a lot of struggles amongst a lot of other people who are living in the world. We're living with the economy being so bad. And, the girls got to do what they got to do at the end of the day. And I was kind of upset. The reason why I haven't been online is because, haven't done videos is because, okay, there we go. I didn't do videos because, okay, the whole Caitlyn thing, okay, I get it, everybody's upset, they're like, oh, she's got privileges, she's white, she's 65 years old, she doesn't understand our struggle, she doesn't get it, she doesn't get it. Okay, I know I'm not supposed to take these things in effect as far as getting upset, but the thing about it was that it bothered me so bad that it made me feel like no one really appreciated what this person is trying to do. Okay, fine, we can always try to find fault for any last of one of us or anything that we live with in our life. But the thing about it was that it bothered me because I felt like nobody appreciated the fact that she's trying to shine something on what's going on with the transgender community and stuff like that. And everybody's like, oh, she don't this, she don't that. But it's almost as if you don't appreciate her. And it makes me feel like what I do is unappreciated as well. Like, why am I doing this? Why am I trying to push through, even though, my views are very, very, very low. But I'm a person that's just trying to do what I could possibly do as far as I could try to do. As far as the rest of the girls who are trying to push forward, just trying to get up at understanding, to try to help the other girls that are coming up. But, it's funny because a lot of girls just don't get it. They really don't get it. And I had to sit down and really reevaluate myself and separate myself from it. Okay, prime example. I'm about to give it to you. Okay. Now, in case you don't know, there's a girl by the name of Ashton, 25 years old, from Detroit Park. She was murdered. Okay, here's the pictures right here. Okay. It's been 5 transgender women that's been murdered last month alone. And July the 14th, I don't know what to keep saying, but July the 14th, they're saying that allegedly she was killed. I don't know, it's conflicting dates, I don't know, but for some reason it's just come out online now. I just felt this was really important and I did just report this into you. Also, here's another girl by the name of Maya Hall. Here's her picture right here. Okay, now you see her picture and stuff like that. Okay, now she was 27 years old. She's a product exactly what I be trying to talk about in reference to the girls like me out here and stuff like this that's in the struggle. Now Maya is the kind of girl who's growing up on the streets, probably was thrown out of her home, and she was going, through shelter, stuff like that, trying to survive the best way she can. Anyway, I'm gonna let you see, before I let you see this video and stuff like that, she was driving a car and stuff like that, allegedly was stolen and stuff like that, and she got to, this is in Baltimore, and she got to Baltimore's headquarters checkpoint. Okay, I just wanted to say that before. Unfortunately, in this video, they will not be using her name as mine. They're going to use her government name. Okay.
That's right, Stan and Donna. This is the 2200 block of North Charles Street, and behind me is the abandoned apartment building 2213 where Ricky Hall lived. Hall was transgender, and today some of Hall's friends talked to us. The FBI says the investigation is ongoing, with agents trying to determine what led 2 people to drive into a restricted area in a stolen Ford SUV. Both were shot. One remains in the hospital. The other, 27-year-old Ricky Hall, was killed. Investigators say both men were dressed as women. Tuesday, members of the transgender community who knew Ricky Hall as Maya came to what they call the Bando. It's an abandoned apartment building where Hall lived in 2200 block of North Charles Street in Baltimore.
It's overwhelming to me. It's an eye-opener, first of all, because that could have been anybody. I mean, being in a situation like that, not to say that anybody would just steal a car and I don't know all the details, but we could be in a bad situation and not in a good headspace, or even the other person that was with them. I'm sure that they didn't leave their house knowing that they wouldn't come home that day, or that was going to be the end.
Jamia Leonard says she has known Hall for about 8 months.
In the last couple days, as I was seeing Ricky, I knew something was wrong. I didn't know exactly what was going on, but it just wasn't himself. He kind of was out. I could hear him talking out of his head. He would travel from this abandoned house to another high-rise right down the street and back and forth and back and forth.
Hall is believed to have been behind the wheel when the SUV made an unauthorized entry onto NSA property Monday morning. Investigators do not believe the incident is related to terrorism. Howard County Police say the vehicle was stolen from the Terrace Motel in the 6200 block of Washington Boulevard in Elkridge. The 60-year-old owner told them he had picked up two men dressed as women in Baltimore and drove them to the Howard County Motel. Jamia Leonard says she saw Hall about 12 hours before the incident at NSA.
It's terrible that she lost her life. It's terrible that the cops had to be involved. It's terrible that at the end of the day that this doesn't solve anything. You know what I mean? It doesn't. It's just another tragedy again that we hear about, and it's unfortunate.
An NSA police officer was injured in the situation, and he was taken to an area hospital, treated, and released. The FBI says that the passenger who was in that stolen vehicle could still face charges.
Okay, you see that? Now, that makes two transgender women that have been murdered, stuff like that. They said they found cocaine and stuff like that in her system and stuff like that. And Ashton, the 25-year-old, she was brutally murdered in the same place that Amber McRoe was murdered. In case you forgot what Amber McRoe looked like, here's a picture of her. Okay. Now, this is my thing. You know, everyone wants to sit back and say, oh, well, Caitlyn doesn't know this. This is what I'm talking about right here. This is what I'm talking about. We're being murdered, we're being killed and stuff like that. And, you know, of course, Maya did a crime and stuff like that. Unfortunately, she lost her life for it. But if her life was so much parallel as far as helping and understanding, maybe she could have got a job, maybe she could have found a way. But when options are closed off and people don't understand us and look at us as sick individual, mentally disordered, they don't want to help us. You know, and that's the whole platform I was trying to get people to understand as far as Caitlyn, what she's trying to do. She's showing a different life. Oh, she doesn't get it, she doesn't get it. Well, guess what? We're being killed left and right. We're being murdered. And the thing about it is, if you're a person of privilege, that you live with your mother and you live with your family and you don't have the lifestyle of these girls that's been murdered and stuff like that. You know, as far as Ashton, they said she was brutally murdered in St. Louis, Monroe, and that's allegedly an escort spot for prostitution and stuff like that. That's down here in Detroit. Now the thing about it that gets me is that it's so sad that you don't get, you hate the messenger, but you're not getting the message. And the thing about it is that we need much more people to understand that there's nothing wrong with it, that we're just individual people trying to survive the best way we can. And if we try to still push people out the way who are trying to show a better light on us, we're not going to get anywhere. And it's so sad because, unfortunately, my sisters, the transgender women, are not very supportive as far as what Caitlyn's trying to do. Forget about who she is. Forget about her money. Look at the fact that she's trying to shine a light on what's going on. I'm going to tell you something. They're like, oh, she doesn't know what it's like to be transgender. Let me tell you something. A lot of girls like me gotten breaks from jobs and stuff like that. Jobs is opening for us. These people are not gay. These people are not trans. These people are somebody who had compassion within their heart. That opened that door for them. You do not have to be a transgender woman or a transgender to understand what the struggle is to try to help somebody who is trans. You don't have to not be a person that's, okay, well, I'm a transgender or I'm gay. You don't have to be those two things to try to help somebody. You don't get it. They didn't get it. Now we got two more girls that's now dead. Y'all missed the message, and it bothers me because you probably don't care. You probably don't even care. You know, that's the thing about it. I just feel like I cry on deaf ears when I try to get you to understand. You're missing the message. And I'm not saying everybody, and I'm not, but you're really missing the message. And anybody that can help you, any type of point that they could possibly help, appreciate the fact that they help. Appreciate it. Because a lot of times people don't agree the way you live in as well. And people can find problems within you as well. A struggle is not a struggle if you live at home with your mother. A struggle is not a struggle if the bills are getting paid, unless you're that girl paying the bills. Other than that, you don't get it until your parents throw you on the streets. And no one, when that door closed and outside becomes your new home, then you'll get it. than anybody that tries to help you. Oh, baby, you will be so grateful. Anyway, that being said, I just wanted to put it out there, stuff like that, why I've been missing, stuff like that in action. And I want to hear how you feel about this. Of course, 2 other girls have been murdered and stuff like that. And, of course, prostitution allegedly for trying to make it the best way they can. Anyway, that being said, I want to say hello, all the people, boom. I want to say hello, people, bam. And I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. What you to do, I want you to do the best way that you can. And if nobody don't like it, then fuck 'em for it.